I'm Troy Sage.
And I'm Andrew Smith.
And we're talking about marketing.
One of the questions following some of the classes we've done recently and a couple of requests that have come in online has to do with marketing to get short sale listings, or marketing yourself as an agent that understands short sales.
And, well, how do we do it then?
Well, you know, a couple things to point out here though is a lot of times thanks for keeping track.
No, I'm keeping track, yeah.
In the classes, we'll talk about, and we're always willing to share marketing ideas, but some of the requests we've been getting in lately are saying, could we actually provide our marketing plan? And that kind of goes a step beyond much of what we do. We'll give plenty of ideas, but we actually do not have a step-by-step plan that says, here's the postcard, here's the verbiage, here's what you have to send, here's the days that you need to send it. Because it varies from market to market in what's going on, depending on how many short sales that you have. But what we do want to provide is just some general information on marketing, different things that people can do, on what sort of responses are fairly typical.
Yeah, and let me add to that. You so eloquently, and I've been using that word this past week or so, eloquently. I think you taught me that. You or my wife actually taught me that phrase to use, and I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Adding to my vocabulary. Point being is this, is that we use a lot of our own stuff that we just make up off the top of our head, but we also use, as everyone knows, the CDPE stuff. We've been part of CDPE since its incarnation, I believe. And we stick to a plan. The number one most important thing is setting a budget, getting a plan, and sticking to a plan.
Right.
So as I just spoke with several agents this week in regards to what I do personally, and I don't have a problem with sharing what my plan is. I have a geographical farm, right? And in my geographical farm of 2,000 homes, I have a budget together to make sure that they get a postcard from me every other week for a minimum of 6 to 9 months. My return on investment on that particular type of advertising, I think Alex did a thing with me from CDP, and I think it's like 340% return on investment, because postcards are cheap and I get 3 or 4 deals out of it a year.
Right, exactly. I mean, the key thing is, as you said though, it's having a plan.
You have to have a plan.
What someone will do quite often is a mistake, and I don't care if this is for short sales or regular marketing that agents do, is they'll say, okay, direct mail sounds like a good idea, I'll try that. They send out 1 or 2 postcards, they go, well, that didn't work, I didn't get a response. Let's try a newsletter. So then they send out a newsletter. Then they run a ad on Craigslist, or they do something at a bulletin board in a community center or something, and I go, none of it works. But the bottom line is, it's not going to work unless you have a plan and lay out exactly what you're going to do. You're very rarely going to get a huge volume response from a direct mail campaign or an ad that you run the first time it runs. Most people haven't even noticed it. They haven't seen it yet. You have to be consistent. You know, most of the time, if you're going to start a direct mail campaign, for instance, and you're going to specifically target for short sale listings, one of the things that you're going to want to do is, you know, look and see, are you sending this to an overall geographic area, or are you going to target people that are behind on their payments? You can find NOD lists from Foreclosure Radar, from Realty Track. There's a company called MyRedX. Different places where you can buy information if you need to. And you've got to set up a plan. You know, when you start on that campaign, we generally recommend that you send out 1 piece a week for 8 weeks. Minimum. At that point in time, once you do that, by the end of the 8 weeks, they now see you as someone who is familiar. They're starting to get your stuff over and over. After 8 weeks, they will assume in the consumer's mind that they have been receiving it for a lot longer than just 8 weeks. You'll hear comments back like, I've been getting their stuff for the last couple of years type of thing.
Here's a key point of that also, is you have to brand you.
Yes.
Okay, you have to brand you, the agent. You can't brand short sale.
No.
Because who cares?
No one's going to know it's you.
Right.
You know, they may get something from you that's talking about different short sales and different options that they have, and then a completely unrelated agent may hit them on week 9, and they're trying it, and all of a sudden they get a call, but the people think they're calling you because there was no branding to you on your initial campaign.
Exactly. Another very important point, extremely important point that I'm finding successful for my business, for me and my team, is an emotional mailing or an emotional email.
Right.
Marketing is all about emotion.
Well, all real estate's bought and sold on emotion.
Yeah.
When you get into When you get into short sales, it's like emotions on steroids. It's even more. You've got a distress mentality.
Yeah.
People are very stressed out. Emotions are running high. I mean, financial issues are the #1 cause of divorce.
Yeah.
You know, financial issues are causing a short sale.
That's
so
right.
you've got a lot of things going on. You need to strike a chord there with people to let them know that you understand and you're offering a solution. You're not just out for yourself and your business.
And there's one more thing that I want to throw out that I explained this to several agents when you're first getting into your real estate business, even back, as I've said on videos before, I've been doing this for a long time, back before the internet was available to us.
Before Al Gore invented it?
Yeah, whatever. Him and Tipper. Anyways, the point being is this, is that I was taught to farm. Okay, and farm means is that you're actually cultivating a geographical area, or you're cultivating your sphere, you're farming. Okay, farming is a long-term process.
I can't plant the seeds and then eat the
walk
vegetable
away
the next day?
Well, maybe if you're hydroponicking somewhere, but I wouldn't know about that. See, I'm getting all these 25-cent words. The point is that the NOD list, which is like the flavor of the month right now, is, I explained it to an agent just earlier today, that's like fishing.
Right.
These NOD lists, anyone can buy, any agent can buy. Matter of fact, anyone can buy if they have a credit card.
Right.
So imagine farming, you're on that same land in that same area and you're constantly cultivating, you get your name out there, you're constantly out there seeing the people, right? And then all of a sudden you get this NOD list, which is a much broader net that's being cast. You and let's say 50 other agents, minimum right now, are buying these same lists and you're all throwing that hook and worm out there. Well, that's like waiting for that one fish to come by.
Right. Now,
fishing is great. Sometimes you have a really great day and you have a boatload of fish, and the next time you can go out for 3 months and never catch a fish. So my suggestion is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just do the NOD list.
Right.
It's expensive, #1, if you're going to do direct mail. Right now, I think when I'm doing direct mail, it's about 50 to 52 cents per postcard.
Right.
Well, do the math. If I'm sending out 10 postcards, I just spent some money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the point of that, I love the fishing analogy, and anyone out there that does fish, you know that the bait that you use can depend upon wind. It can depend on whether it's cloudy or not. It can vary from time to time. It's no different. What you're going to have to do is find what works in your market and use more than one technique. So direct mail is a great one. You may just want to create a flyer and offer free help for people. Maybe you can post that in a local coffee shop, leave it somewhere, a dry cleaners, a restaurant, things like that. Get that information out as much as you can. You may want to team up with someone or do it on your own and create a small presentation that you can actually take to a homeowners association or offer a seminar for people where they can come and get free information without obligation. All kinds of different things like that you can do.
How about when you're doing an open house, have short sale information there for people that come through. You're not only going to educate the buyer, possibly the buyer's agent that may be clueless, I don't know, and the neighbors that come by. If you promote an open house correctly, I have statistics showing that from the time I started here in California in 2005 until today, 10% of the open houses that we hold open, we actually sell that house. Well, how do we do that? Well, we market that property. We have all kinds of information there about the property and what's going on in the market. What's going on in the market? Short sales.
Right.
About 5% of the time when we have an open house, we wind up listing a home in that neighborhood within the next 90 days.
Exactly. So,
and that's free.
Yeah, exactly. Make it an event when you're dealing with open houses. If you're going to run an ad on Craigslist, for instance, anything like that, you might want to have a list of all of the options to avoid foreclosure. It could be loan modifications. It could be links to the HUD website, makinghomeaffordable.gov. It could be all kinds of things like that. Make up a complete list. Tell people, put an ad out there. Would you like a list of the options to avoid foreclosure? Email me for your free report
today. That's a great idea.
I have done that.
That's a good one.
And you get a great response.
Yeah.
So again, think outside of the box here. Think people are looking for information. They're looking for help. Be a resource for that information, for that help. Put together a plan, work your plan, and you're going to have success with it.
Work your plan.
And if anyone out there has some great marketing ideas, if you've got things that have specifically worked for you, let us know. We'd love to hear that. We'd love to share it with everybody. And again, you can always find us.
No one's gonna do that, though.
I know.
No one's gonna, because you know what happens? Agents
it's
go,
mine.
Yeah, it's mine. This one little thing works. I drive around in a purple golf cart and I have a beacon that flashes in the middle of the night and people come out and I give them short sale information, I list their property.
Yeah, I'm never going to tell
them. I'm not going to tell anyone because everyone's going to go out and buy a purple golf cart.
Well, you would.
Absolutely, as long as it matched my shirt.
That's right. So, the bottom line is there's plenty of business out there for everyone. If you've got a general idea that's worked, if you've had success with direct mail, if you've had success with Craigslist, let us know.
Let us know what's failed, too.
Let us know what's failed.
Yeah, I did radio commercials at the beginning of this year.
And that did not work out well.
Failed horribly.
Yeah.
And it was all an emotional campaign. We talked about $3,000 and a half a program. If you're struggling to make a mortgage payment, we have alternatives for you. And I'll tell you exactly what happened right now.
You got a lot of calls for people that wanted their free $3,000.
Oh my God, my phone blew up. It was exciting. I'm like, oh, I got to call. And every time I was like, hey, I need $3,000 to make a mortgage payment. Well, it doesn't work like that. Well, remember, people only hear what they want to hear.
Exactly.
So have a budget, have a plan, stick to your budget, stick to your plan, give it a minimum of 6 months. Wouldn't you think that that's fair enough?
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
What you usually find, if someone has created a plan and it's not worked the way they want it, and they keep going, most people quit right as it's about to start working.
Every time, dude. It's happened to me.
Yeah.
Every time I went, I'm going to send this thing out one more time. It's been like 9 months. Then I quit. And lo and behold, another agent sends out almost an identical piece to my same area, and boom, they list 2 or 3 homes.
Kind of like being in Vegas, isn't it? You're playing a slot machine forever or something like that, and you go, this thing's never going to pay out. You walk away. Someone comes up with 2 quarters in and hit it, whatever it is.
And they get all the free drinks.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, I paid for my drinks and paid to stand in front of that stupid slot machine.
Exactly. There's plenty of things
I'm
out there.
not going to Vegas to play slots, that's for sure.
Be consistent, and again, love your feedback. www.s2neg.com. See ya.